Hi, welcome to Gear Garage. I'm Zach, and this is my fun little internet show about whitewater things. And in this episode, I'm going to show you how to attach a GoPro to a raft. This is just the way that I do it. It's worked pretty well for me, and I'll tell you some of the pros and cons of this method. Somebody suggested in a comment that I do a video about this, so thank you for whoever made that suggestion. And if you have other ideas for videos, just add a comment down below and I'll see if I can work on it. It's pretty fun for me to have ideas that you out there want to have in videos. So for attaching a GoPro to a raft, first of all, it's fun to have GoPro footage. These cameras now are a few $100. They're really easy to use. It's fun to share with your friends. And it's also really fun to learn from. If you go home and watch a video, see what you did well, see what you didn't do well, share it with your friends. It's a great way to learn and get better too. So I'm a big fan of having a GoPro with you when it makes sense. But they are expensive. You do lose them, you do break them, so that's a downside, you know, just in terms of cost. And so this method I like to use for attaching mine involves a raft paddle, and most of us have an extra raft paddle, so it's pretty easy. And a lot of third-party companies make GoPro mounts for handlebars, for bike handlebars, which are about the same size as a paddle. And so you can go on Amazon, search for different handlebar mounts. This is one that I use and I like. I've used a few different ones, and I'll put a link down in the notes below to where you can get this one on Amazon. If you click on that link, I get a few bucks or maybe a few cents. So if you want to support the show, click the link and buy it through Amazon that way. But basically, just put this mount on the paddle. This one I really like. It's pretty easy to put on, and you just kind of tighten it down to where you need it. And you want to make sure that you get it pretty tight. Obviously, it takes a few seconds here. And if you tighten these too much, some of these are made out of cheap metal and they actually bend. So you kind of mess them up if you tighten them too much. But you want to get them pretty snug, you know. And you know, they won't fall off. Probably worst case scenario is your video is cockeyed and you lose out on that video. Which, you know, if you're running some 50-foot waterfall, you may not want to lose the video. But if it's just normal stuff, it's not a big deal. And so once you get it on there, tight enough, and I just take this bad boy and I shove it under the thwart just like that. And a lot of people nowadays are securing their spare paddles this way. So it's kind of like securing a spare paddle. Shove it under the thwart, get it pretty strong underneath there, and I take a cam strap and I wrap it once around the paddle, which is just, I don't know, I do that. It's a thing that I do. You don't have to, but I feel like it makes it more secure. And just basically attach this back paddle to the paddle to this rear D-ring like this. Get that tight. And you want to just get it snug. You can see here it's super snug. You can tighten it down more if you want. And then just take the GoPro, and this is one of the fancy new GoPros where the things come down, and attach it on here. And the cool thing is you can kind of adjust the angle of this. This one has a thing that allows me to tilt it different directions, which is really nice. I think it's important to have one that you can twist at different directions because maybe you want a different angle. And this works really well if you're R2ing, you're rowing from the center. If you're paddle guiding, it's kind of annoying to have this here and you might get in the way. Or if you're stern mounting, you'll definitely get in the way, which I've learned the hard way. Something to consider is using a sup paddle. If you use a sup paddle, you can get that camera a little bit further back, which is a really nice angle of the boat. It's a little bit higher. The downside is you're more likely to hit a tree or some brush or a rock. And so I've actually hit a sup paddle with one of these on there before on a tree, and it broke off the camera and the mount completely. So, you know, the further out it is, the more likely you are to hit something and break it off and lose it. One really good idea, and something that I haven't done yet, is tying the camera to the D-ring or something else. So if you do shear off this mount, you don't lose the camera. And you can add more straps. This is just one strap. You can add more straps in here. I kind of like it so that if I do hit something, that the paddle moves and gives versus it being super rigidly attached and breaking something off. So I kind of like that it can be knocked out of the way. That way when it hits something, it's okay. So just quickly to review, I take the paddle, shove it under the thwart, throw a strap on here in the back, put this bike mount on, and I'm ready to rock. So that's all I have for this episode. If you have things to add, you have things you've done that have worked better, please add comments in the comment section below. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks.